I don't know what kind of pizza bagels he's been eating, but I want some.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Optimus Prime. Well, not this Beast Hunters Optimus Prime, because I reviewed this a long time ago. I'm talking about this Beast Hunters Optimus Prime. Yes, this is the knockoff Oversized Beast Hunters Optimus Prime, and here is your first size comparison right there. The original with the oversized knockoff, and yeah, he's big. He's a big, beefy boy, and he's pretty cool. So yeah, that's yeah. It's pretty much all I can say right there. But yeah, pretty much as far as this toy itself goes, I mean, all of the molded details that are on this toy are on the oversized version. There is a little bit of re-engineering they did on the knockoff, and we'll get into that a little bit. Some things that work not as well on the oversized knockoff that work very well on this version. But again, it's a knockoff, so, you know, some of this stuff is to be expected. But yeah, here is obviously, again, your first comparison, and yeah, he's a big beefy boy. And for another comparison, here he is with the what was so lovingly dubbed by the fandom the Lunchbox Prime, because he came with a nice convenient carry handle. And he's actually not that much smaller. You can see here, I don't know how well it's going to come off, but you know, the oversized knockoff is still a little longer, a bit wider than the Lunchbox Prime. Again, I don't know how well we can get this across on camera because it's two big toys we're trying to compare there, but there you have that. Yeah, there he is with the big beefy Prime. Yeah, he's a big boy. Definitely a big boy. Again, all the molded details are there, and just like I did with my Voyager Prime, I'm gonna take a silver Sharpie to these to the edges of the windshields here and the headlights and whatnot to pick it out in silver like I did with this guy, because it just makes it pop a lot better. It makes it look better, so I'm going to do that to this guy after this review is over. Touch him up. Make him look purty. Make him look real purty. That's what I do. I make the toys look purty when I can, anyway, because I suck at painting. Sharpie work is the best I can do. But he does come with accessories. He does have the sword right here, which is pretty much the same mold. This is a remolded piece. I didn't just take this and blow it up. Obviously, you can see there's a big screw right there, and that doesn't have it. I mean, the basic shapes are all there that are on the original. So I mean, they tried their best to reproduce it, but it's not exact, as you can see. I mean, the handles are different, and again, not all of the details are exact here. You see, this actually has a bit of a like a texturing effect right there, whereas this is just all flat. But not a bad job, and the blade is pretty much the same. This is a much more transparent green. You can actually see Prime like through it. It's a very clear plastic, whereas this one kind of has that little, again, has that texture to it, so you can't totally see through it. So, yeah, there you have that. There is the post on the other side, and there's that port right on top right here, and you can just take it and plug it on for storage, if you can even see that. Let me erase things up a bit. There you go. So that plugs in right up there for storage, just like that. He does come with the two missile launchers right here, which again are pretty much like the original versions. Again, these are a new mold, because you can see some differences here. Again, these do have like a texture to them, and these do not. This is just flat. So again, there are some differences in the molding itself. They didn't just take this and blow it up. You know, obviously this, you know, the bottom part's painted in blue. This is, none of it's painted on this version. The missile is basically the same missile. It looks like a little bit different, but essentially the same missile. And of course, you can take these pieces and open it up to make it like a crossbow. And you can push the button and it does, you know, pew, it does fire. Actually fires pretty well. So there you have that. And he comes with 2 of those, and you can take them and plug them into the sides right here on these ports. Just plug those in like that, and plug that in, and there you go. So now he's got all of his weaponry stored on him, and yeah, pretty cool. It actually rolls very nice. Plastic quality wise, yeah, he feels like a knockoff. This is definitely not one of the better knockoff pieces that I've gotten. I mean, the Dark of the Moon Megatron, the Grimlock are actually really good quality for being knockoffs. This guy is definitely, you pick him up, you fiddle with him, and yeah, he feels like a knockoff. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And he feels even more like a knockoff when we get into robot mode, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's get right down to the transformation. So let's just pop all this stuff off and put it off to the side. Get that off. Come on. Right there. So first thing you want to do is just untab these wing sections from the sides here. So just untab that. Transformation is exactly the same. There's just one little different bit on it. But just take the sole assembly and just lift it up, get it out of the way. And then you are going to, well, I'm going to readjust the camera a little bit. Because the one thing about reviewing big toys is that it gets a little hard to get everything in frame here, but we're going to try, people. We will try. We're going to power on through. So you just want to stop it. So you want to untab the arms from the legs right here. And whoa! Yeah, that's one thing I'm talking about. And just bring the arms forward like that. You want to take these side panels right here, just untab them like that. You also want to take these little spikes here, bring them all the way around, and then bring this forward like that. These will tab in right there in the middle. And then you just bring this whole section. Wait, am I doing something wrong? Yes, I am. You want to take this section here, bring it down on that double hinge. And now you have the clearance to bring this down and then rotate this whole assembly right here without everything getting in the way. And there you go. So now we got him standing up, and now you can only see his crotch. This is getting awkward. This is just no. Raise the camera. Eyes up here. Eyes up here. Eyes up here. There we go. That's just rude. How dare you? How dare you? But anyway, raise the head up. And then you're just going to take this backpack section, just bring that up against his back right there. And then you're going to take this backpack section here, and this is where a little bit of the kind of, re-engineering comes into play. Now on the original, this backpack section would actually clip over the backpack itself. It doesn't work that way with this knockoff. On this version, there are 2 posts right here, and they're going to plug in 2 ports right in there. And that's what's going to secure the backpack in place. So first you just want to take the wings and rotate them down like this so you have the clearance. And then you just line up those pegs and ports, and that will secure the backpack in place. And my aim is so off, it's not even funny. There we go. Just press that on there, and there you go. So now you get your backpack in place. And you want to tab these shoulders into the side view mirrors here. They don't tab in well because these panels, as you can see, these panels are extremely thin. So there's not a lot for this slot to grab onto here. So this is definitely a case of, yeah, that doesn't work all that great. But anyway, raise up his shoulder pads. Try to get him to stand. Of course, whoa, hey, split his legs as he does the limbo. Limbo! Tiki pukalaku, tiki pukalaku. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, probably another reason why he's not standing well is because you have to flip out the heel spurs. That would help. It doesn't help that much on this guy, honestly, but it helps a little bit. And then take the wings, just spread them out. Spread them out. Again, angle them however you wish. And just get his fists rotated here so everything's oriented properly. And there you go. There you have your oversized Beast Hunter's Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And again, he is a big boy, a very, very big boy. Still pretty cool. Articulation wise, I mean, his head can rotate due to a transformation joint. He can look up. Arms can do a 360. They can go in and out. You got a bicep swivel. You get your elbow bend right there. You get a wrist swivel. You do get waist swivel. Legs go forward, back, in and out. You do get a swivel at the knee. Ratcheted knee joints, but these ratchets are quite loose. And the feet can pivot up and down. There you go. And then his shoulders come undone. But hey, there you go. So, of course, he can hold his giant green sword of justice here, which is actually very, very tight. It's really hard to get this in his hand, and I don't dare force it in any more than that because I don't want to get it stuck to the point where I might have to break it just to get it out of his hand. So, that'll need a little bit more clearance, but hey, it's a knockoff. And of course, you can give him the missile launcher as a as a crossbow. You can hold it as a handheld weapon if you want, or if you'd like, you can also take it, and if you can see, which you can't, you can plug it onto the wings here if you wish. So you can totally do that as well. Now, on the original version of the toy, you could take these missile launchers and plug them into this port right here in the sides of the backpack. Doesn't work on this toy because for some reason the port right here is way bigger than the post. It's too big. There's nothing there. It's just way too big to hold on to anything. So you can't do that. The solution, which does work, is there is this little opening right here in the hinge, and it's a little tight, but you can kind of wedge that in there, and it actually does hold very securely. So that's the way I display him, because I like having him with these as like, jet thrusters. So this is the way I display him, and it does work. It holds on, actually holds on very securely. And there you go. Why are you, what is up there? What's up there? Hello? Eyes over here. Eyes up front, Prime. Eyes up front. He got distracted by... Squirrel! I don't know. You got distracted by something up there. I don't know. It's just lights up there, Prime. It's just lights. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, his knees, the knees on this guy are very, very loose. I mean, the slice little nudge, whoop, he does the limbo. Does not take much to knock him over. So you do have to make sure he's balanced properly. At least with my copy, anyway. You do have to make sure he's definitely balanced properly. Otherwise, he just flops right back. So those knee ratchets definitely are not as tight as they should be. And like I said, this connection right here just doesn't really work that well because these panels right here are just way too thin. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the plastic on this guy is really thin. The plastic on the, on the backpack section is like super thin. I mean, you can just take that and just, just bend it all out of shape if you wanted to. Wouldn't be hard. The paintwork on this guy is actually really good. He does have the silver paint here on the forearms, on his abdomen here, on the little spikes sticking out of his chest. He got the silver paint on the legs. I mean, he actually does have some pretty nice paintwork on him. So that's cool. He's got that going for him. So there you have that. So let's get him over here and pray he doesn't decide he wants to do the limbo. There you go. Stay. Now for comparison, here he is with the Voyager Beast Hunter's Prime. And he looks so tiny. Oh, look at that. He comes up to his knees. That's funny. As precious, so precious. So there he is with the original Voyager Beast Hunter's Prime. Here he is with the Lunchbox Prime. You can see he's still even bigger than the Lunchbox Prime. right there. There you have that, and just to compare him to some other knockoffs here he is with a Big Megs right there. So he's shorter than that knockoff. Right there. And we'll bring in Grimlock, or as some of you know him now, Dinogen. Obviously he's way shorter than the oversized Grimlock. So there you have that. Oh, that still makes me laugh. I don't know why, because it's just that dumb. But anyway, as far as... Hey! Hey! Ah! 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 Jeez, man. Why'd you have to go and do that for? Why'd you have to go and do that for? I was just trying to wrap things up. Then you have to go and fall over. Everything's got to fall off. Jeez, man. Jeez, work with me, Prime. Work with me. I know you're difficult to work with, but jeez, come on. At least stand up straight for just like 2 more minutes. That's all I ask of you. Okay, eyes forward. Eyes forward. Right here. Right here. Okay. So anyway, as far as this figure goes, obviously, as you can clearly tell, this is a knockoff. This is not the highest quality. It's fun. It's definitely a nice, big, fun figure to mess with. But obviously, the plastic quality is not great. The ratchets in those knees are borderline horrible, really. But it's still a big, fun piece. It's a cool novelty piece if you just want a giant, oversized version of this guy. He's fun. But like I said, he's definitely not, super high quality. He is definitely, like I said, when you mess with him, you're messing with a knockoff. It feels like a knockoff. And just to further illustrate the point I was making earlier, you can see here that these panels that, clip over that tab right there, you can see how thick these are. So there's a lot of room in there to grip onto that tab, and those are just like super, super thin, so there's nothing to grip onto. So that's why that doesn't work. But again, it's the way it is. It's a knockoff. So, you just need to know what to expect when you buy something like this. You should know what you're getting yourself into when you buy something like this. But all in all, though, it's still fun. I like having... I love this mold, so having this oversized version of it is really, really cool. So I'm happy with it, despite the fact that it's definitely a knockoff in all sense of the word. But still pretty cool. I got it at sirtoys.com. In case you're wondering where you can get this, this is where I got the Megatron, where I got the Grimlock. Got it at sirtoys.com. That's the website once again, sirtoys.com. SIR toys.com. That's where I got it from. So, if this interests you in any way whatsoever, you can go there and pick one up, or pick up a giant Megatron or a giant Grimlock, and they have a bunch of oversized knockoffs and a bunch of knockoffs in general. And, they do have some pretty cool stuff, some pretty interesting stuff, and actually have a couple more things coming from them that I will probably review at some point. So, so there you have it. So, Of course, for official Transformers Prime and Transformers merchandise, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will always be a link in the description down below, so check that out. And you can also check out my Transformers Prime playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the knockoff, oversized Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Optimus Prime. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Pull me in your face. So, Optimus, what exactly is the idea behind this giant mech suit you had us build for you? Well, isn't it obvious? I mean, come on. What better way to instill fear in our foes by having them face a giant version of me in all my awesomeness? You just wanted a giant statue of yourself to keep in front of the base, didn't you? What? No! No, come on! That is totally arrogant and self-serving! Come on now. You know me better than that, old friend. Come on. We are keeping this in front of the base, though, and if anyone touches it, oh, there'll be consequences and repercussions. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But Optimus, no one touches my awesome! The end. But Optimus, no! The Prime has spoken. Prime out.